Good morning, children. Today we are going to see the last part of the chapter, and in that we are going to see the work of different sons, Sant Eknath and his work, Sant Tukaram and his teachings. Work of sons, how they try to bring awareness in the society and remove orthodox feeling from the mind of the people. Ramdas Swami, inspiration for independence during foreign rule. Who all were the motivators, all had started with the roots of bringing independence in the country. So let's move on to the explanation part. Sant Eknath was a great sant of the Bhakti movement in Maharashtra. Even he is well known for his great compositions and his diversity to bring equality in the society. His compositions include Abhanga, Gwalana, Bharut, etc. He has stated Bhagavad Dharma in detail and in simple manner. Bhagavad, that is Bhakti. And to make people understand, he created it in a simple manner. He has portrayed people's life in Bhavartha Ramayana through the story of Ram. We all are aware about the mythological series as well as the epics of Hindus. Two major epics of Hindus are there, that is Mahabharata and Ramayana. And we all are aware about Lord Rama and his work, what he did. So, he had made people understand about the life of Rama in a simple way. And he had written that book, that was Bhavartha Ramayana. He explained in Marathi the Bhakti part of the Sanskrit work Bhagavad. To make people understand in their regional language, he translated all his Sanskrit work into Marathi so that it would be easier for the people to understand. His Abhanga showed the warmth of devotion. Even he was the son and he taught people about the worshipping to God as well as devoting your life to God rather than creating inequality in the society. He demonstrated, that is, illustrated through his own conduct, that there is no need to renounce worldly matters. That means what he had insisted, that there is no need to leave your worldly pleasures or sacrifice your livelihood. You can devote God, but it should be from your heart rather than showing off the things. So you can attain that by devoting, by worshipping the God in a simple manner also. For attaining the highest truth, Paramartha. He was a teacher of the people in the true sense of the term, guiding them the proper path to devote to worship God. He believed that Marathi language is also superior language as compared to other languages. Means, according to him, all the languages should be treated equally. It was not like that Marathi was the inferior language. Even that language was superior because it was easy to understand people. So all the languages should be treated equally in the society. He asked the Sanskrit scholars forcefully, Sanskrit Vani Deve Keli, Tari Prakrut Kai, Sora Pasuni Zhali. Yes, we respect all the languages, we respect all the religions. No one should be treated unequally in the society. So, in the same way, Sanskrit was also a good language, and Sanskrit scholars, though one who were preaching Sanskrit, they were little proudy. So, to make them understand the importance of Marathi languages also, so what he did, he asked them the question, and he heavily criticized those who hated other religions. Means he was not in the favor of the people who had a feeling of hatred toward other religion. So that should not be there in the society. He was completely opposite of such things. He did not like such things in the society. So he wanted to bring, he wanted to bring religious equality in the society, as well as equal importance to all the languages should be given. Moving on to the next sant, a well-known sant, Sant Tukaram. He belonged to Dehu near Pune, a place in Pune, that is Dehu. And his compositions or abhangas are very pleasing and lucid. That is, it is understandable to people. It is very pleasing. We like to hear again and again his abhangas, reaching the greatest poetic heights. The meaning of his Abhangas are so beautifully said that it creates a great impact on the mind of the people. His Gatha is a precious treasure of the Marathi language. He asks us to find God by showing love to the unhappy. So his poetic languages teaches us, it tells us that the importance of Marathi language, how it is important in the society, that this language is a kind of treasure to us. And he asks to find God by showing love to unhappy, that is the ones who are not happy in the society. We should love them, we should try to make them understand the importance of life. So he was giving importance to such people who were unhappy and try to teach them the importance of happiness in their life through his abhangas and kirtans. He had explained the following in his Marathi lines, and what it says as the importance of life, and forget all the unkind behavior, the impolite behavior, the cruelty in yourself, and help the needy ones. This is the most important thing. And once when you start doing such things, automatically you are worshipping and devoting God. You are helping the needy ones, you are helping the unhappy ones, and trying to make them happier in their life. With this viewpoint, what he did, he had thrown all the loan papers that were with him. The ones who had kept their lands in front of him. As a tenant, what he did, he had thrown all the loan papers in river Indrayani. And he was belonging to a very nice family. But still he did not believe in worldly pleasures and wanted to bring equality in the society by creating awareness. And he would gather people through his bhajans and kirtans. And what he did, he had freed poor families from these loans and made them happy. All the loan papers were thrown in the river. He criticized the hypocrisy and superstition in the society in very strong terms. Hypocrisy, that is diplomatic behavior and treating unequally to everyone, making their minds in such a way that they will listen to the other ones, kind of hypnotism you can say. And what it means, that treating such people, making their minds unstable, asking them to believe in wrong customs and traditions. So he was against such persons who were believing, who were having orthodox feeling, and he criticized such persons' orthodox feelings. He stressed that devotion, bhakti, should be coupled with morality. You should help others, and the feeling of helping others should not contain any negativity. You should help others. That is going to give you a worldly pleasure. And you can see in his lines, he said, if you're going to help needy ones, if you're going to make happier the unhappy ones, so God will automatically give you all the pleasures of your life. And definitely you will get all the blessings from that. But some people were there who were opposing his thoughts, and they were believing in orthodox feelings, superstitious. And they did not wanted that Sant Tukaram should bring social awareness in society by creating religious equality. And his abhangas, who tried to make mind of the people in a good way, so this was not tolerated by these dogmatic peoples. So what did they do? They picked up all the abhangas, his compositions, and threw in river Indrayani. So by this feeling, what he should develop? He should develop the feeling of hatred. But Sant Tukaram did not do so. Still with courageous feeling, he continued his work of bringing social awareness in the society. Sant Tukaram's disciples and associates were of different castes and creeds. Slowly and gradually, his social awareness had brought religious equality in society. So his followers were belonging to different religions, different castes and creeds, and coming together to listen his abhangas. In the slide, you can see images of the followers, the disciples, the associates of Sant Tukaram, who were belonging to different castes and creeds. So, they were Navaji Mali, Bahinabai Surkar, Santaji Jagnade, Ganga Ram Pant Mawal, Maharji Pant Kulkarni, Ganwar Shetwani, Shivba Kasar. So these were there who were spreading the knowledge of unity in the society, and they were following the teachings of Sant Tukaram. An important task completed by Gangaram Pant Mawal and Santaji Jagnade was writing down the Abhangas of Sant Tukaram. We know that Sant Tukaram's Abhangas consist of bringing social awareness in the society. So, two of his followers took this task of writing his Abhangas and spreading the knowledge of equality in the society. Up till now, we have studied how the sons of Maharashtra had worked hard to create social awareness among the people in the society. How did sons taught people about the message of equality? How did they taught them that humanity should be there, a humble, a kind behavior should be there towards other. Even they taught people that how they can live together with unity and with love. Their work resulted in social awakening. A social awareness was created in the society by the work of the saints. They even taught to people how they can live their lives in any of the natural calamities, or if they are facing any of the foreign invasions, drought like situations, how they can tackle these problems easily when they are together, when they are united. Even their teachings prove to be a big support, a moral support for people in the society. Their work created self confidence among the people of Maharashtra. To develop confidence in the people was the work of the saints, and their teachings had inspired lot of people in the society. Due to orthodoxy and because of certain dogmatic people in the society, the condition was becoming worsened day by day. Deterioration, that is the process of becoming worse, of ethics and religions in the society. Superstitious was given more preference rather than equality. So, at such time, the saints came forward to protect the society and create awareness in the people. They taught the true meaning of religion. And even we are taught that God is one, and the same was taught to the common people in the society to bring equality in the society. They showed the path of devotion by living amongst people and sharing their joys and sorrows, their happiness and sadness. When we help others, what we are doing, we are sharing their joys and happiness, as well as we are sharing their sadness. So, in the true sense, we are helping them and we are together with them. So, this sense of equality was created in the society by the sons during the time of superstitious beliefs. Some orthodox and dogmatic people opposed the sons. Whatever teachings they were spreading in the society, they were facing opposition. Automatically, when you do a good work in the society, there are so many enemies who are not in favor of your good work. So you need to face them. So, in the same way, these sons were also facing the opposition, but they thought that creating social awareness in the society and bringing the concept of equality up, developing the mind of the people was their only duty. Sant Tukaram has explained the mark of a true sant in these words. What he had taught that equality should be there, and rather than giving importance to class and creed should not be there in the society. The sons elucidated the complex dharma of the scholars, shastris and pandits in the language of the people. Now many a time you must have visited to any of the social functions in the in your family, maybe in your building, wherever you stay. You might have seen that in such functions there are mantras. You might have seen that Havans are there and they speak mantras that are there in the Sanskrit. You may not be familiar with that words. Why? Because you are not using them in your day-to-day life. So you can hear them, you can read them, but you cannot by heart them so easily. So in the same way, whatever these Shastris and Pandits were using the language that was very difficult for the common people to understand. So, to make them understand, these sons use a simple language which was easily accessible to common people. Already, we have seen that how sons took initiative to make people understand that you can worship God in a simple manner also. God doesn't require a very nice and high standard living, but your heart should be the one to devote the God. It should not have any kind of fakeness. So the sons took initiative to make people understand that God treats everyone equally. In front of God, all are equal. No one is higher or no one is lower. They taught society to do away with the pride arising out of caste and varna and see everyone as God's children. You all are aware, you have studied in 6th standard, that there were caste system followed and class was there. So we can see that Brahmins were there, Kshatriyas were there, Vaishyas were there, Shudras were there. According to God, everyone is equal and there is no religion for God. Only one religion is there, that is the religion of worshipping and devoting God. So that was the characteristics that was followed by the sons. But this was not tolerated by few orthodox people and they opposed this kind of concept. But still they continued and they taught the people the path of devotion. Sons taught the people the path of devotion in such a way that they found God everywhere in their work. Whatever activities they were doing throughout the daytime and even night, they found God everywhere. That is, the presence of God is everywhere as per their opinion. And it was correct. Just take an example when you worship God really from bottom of your heart. You feel the presence of God is everywhere. In the same way, if you are just worshipping the God for your silly purposes or you're buttering the God for getting your work to be done, that is the wrong thing. You should worship the God daily. Daily for 2 to 3 minutes or at least 5 minutes, you should do that. That means you're getting connected to God. Automatically, God will do all your works and you will get success in that. So, in the terms of Samsavata, said that you will get your work done when you feel the presence of God. This statement refers to farm work but applies to work in all walks of life. So the words that are given, it represents for the farmers, but not only farmers, but a common people also can do the same thing and you will find the presence of God everywhere. The sons carried on with their duties even as they were engaged in devotion, teaching, and composing verses, abhangas, compositions. Along with that, they started the work of creating awareness in the society. Simultaneously, both the works were being done. They developed the moral sensibilities of the society. What was their duty? To bring equality in the society. Next is Sant Ramdev. Ramdas Swami was from Jamb in Marathwada. He explained the importance of physical fitness to the people by his word. It is very well said that if you are physically fit, automatically you are mentally fit and you can do your work. So he laid importance on physical fitness. His messages were very well famous. He gave more emphasis on practical education so that people should get aware about the reality of life and lessons in good conduct through his work like Dasbodh, Karunache Shatke, Manache Shlok, and so on. He had given importance to people's movement and organization. Even he founded one organization that was Samartha Sampradaya. Chapel was the center of this Sampradaya, a place where people have a get together and they discuss the thoughts and feelings and their opinions are shared. And even teachings of Ramdas Swami was spread. He propagated the worship of Ram and Hanuman. He traveled far and wide to propagate his thoughts. He traveled to many places to instinct the thoughts, his reality of the life. So he had sent this message to people by his writings, by giving them practical knowledge. Inspiration for independence during foreign rule. Such was the political, social, cultural situation, etc. in Maharashtra before the times of Shivaji Maharaj. We have seen that how people were opposing to create social awareness in the society, to bring equality in the society. In that period, Maharashtra was under the control of Adil Shahi and other powers. It was not independent. We have just thought of this dream of independence, but the roots were not spread. Even so, some personalities and streams of thoughts were dreaming of freedom. We were just imagining of having independent country, having independent state, but that thought was not implemented. Just a planning of thought was going on. Among them, Shahaji Maharaj, who is considered to be a visionary of Swaraj, was on the forefront. We all know very well that the dream of Swaraj, that is self independence, was started by whom? By Shahaji Raje, and further it was continued by Shivaji Maharaj and his associates. So, this dream of having self independence was the first step for independent state and independent country. So, children, in this chapter, we have studied that how sons took initiative to create social awakening in the society and to bring equality by their values and their teachings and their compositions. We all are aware about what are values and we try to imbibe that in our life. But some of them are there, may be not doing so. So it's a correct time to understand that what are values and how important they are there in our life. So this message should be learned and it should be included in our life. The values are the most helpful thing in our life. So we should not forget our values and we should understand them and grow up as a good citizen of the country. Thank you children for watching the video. We'll be meeting soon in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Have a good day.